Today, I'm going to attempt to predict the year 2021. Every year, I try to visualize how things are going to go. Last year's predictions were hilariously wrong, and this year's predictions might be just as mistaken. But I like to visualize my hopes and goals to create a compass for myself. It is true that everything is chaos and we have no control over the universe. But I do believe I have control over my responses to change. One of the ways I try to exert some control over my life is by creating images that reflect my desires, and today, that's exactly what we're going to be doing together. You and I, yes you, stay here, sit down, watch me wrongly predict my future through art. Before we get started though, I gotta eat. That's why this video is sponsored by yours truly. I'll make this short and sweet. I have a Patreon and I have monthly rewards. Here they are. My future meals are in your hands now. You can also get art commissions by contacting me here. So the way I always do this is, yes, I create a corny, cheesy, cliche vision board. But I like it, so suck it. I will talk a little bit about what each thing means as it appears in the time lapse, and I will also clue you into some of my plans for the year. I am a very impatient YouTube viewer, to be honest, and I do empathize with you all. So for those who don't like to wait around or have better things to do with your day, here's a quick look at the end result of my vision board. If you're still watching, you're one of those special cookies who enjoy the journey more than the destination. I like you. I admire you. Wow. Bless ya. I wish I could say I can come up with a drawing just through sheer magic, but I can't. So I had to create 3 different sketches in my sketchbook just to have an idea of what kind of drawings I wanted to do to create a visual representation of my hopes and dreams for 2001. And it's not going to be a long time lapse, so don't worry about it. I'm just going to keep it short as I like to do. So basically, my goals for the year are pretty simple. They're very centered in my achievements as an artist. And one of the things that has nothing to do with art is me wanting to be able to travel again. I want to go back to Canada. All of my office things are there, and I just love the country. I want to find a way to stay there for the long run. So I really want to visualize myself living there. I also want to grow my business earnings by a lot. It's not that what I do is about money, of course, but we all gotta eat, and I definitely appreciate the liberties that having a successful business gives you as a person. I also want to write a comic about my OC Melria. I know I've talked about her a little bit here, and I've definitely spammed you guys on my social media with drawings of her. So if you haven't seen those, definitely go to my Instagram to check those out. But I want to create a comic around Melria. She's my favorite original character, and I have done comics in the past, but I just want to be really passionate about this. I want this to be a project that I'm proud of and that I don't start slacking off whenever I keep making more episodes. I just want to be excited about it the whole time. So I'm definitely going to try and write that comic in a way that I enjoy and in a way that it just becomes something super cool for everybody else to read as well. I also want to be able to make one animation a month. And not only because I love animations and storytelling, but I also want to improve my animation skills. I know most of my animations here are more like PowerPoint presentations because it's just drawings and my voiceover, and they don't really move that much. So I definitely want to improve my animation skills just so that I'm able to create better stories and just improve my storytelling abilities. One other thing that I really would like to do is not necessarily grow my following on Instagram or Twitter or just my Patreon, but I want to create a social media presence that engages with the people who follow my art, who enjoy my work. And I really want to grow the engagement that I have on my social media, just because I feel like it's not about how many people follow you, but like the quality of the people that are following you, and definitely the quality of the content that I put out. I obviously want to put out things that are valuable to you guys, so that's also a focus of mine, just to keep things very valuable, keep things consistent, but not overwork myself and just create things just for the sake of creating a lot of things constantly, just to keep the algorithm happy, which I just don't want to be doing that. I just want to grow my accounts and my business in an organic and positive way that is completely and utterly focused on enjoying art and nothing else. Another thing I want to do this year, and that I predict I'll be trying to do at least, is reading one book a month. I used to read so many books, you guys, and now I've really slowed down in that, and I don't want to slow down anymore because books are really nice and I just love being transported into different stories, and it really fuels my creativity. So I definitely want to read one book a month or hear one audiobook a month. I also want to exercise 6 days a week. I know this one is a little bit ludicrous because I know that I'll probably won't. I don't know. I want to hope that I'll be able to do 6 days a week, but it'll probably look like 5 days a week. And it's not because I want to be in better shape or, well, that is part of it. I do want to be healthier, but it's more about keeping my body strong so that I can keep doing art, so that I don't have back problems or like problems on my wrists. It's just trying to take care of my whole self so I can keep doing art, basically. And the last thing that is on my mind for 2021 is I want to be able to keep doing my podcast. Still Only Artist podcast is just a passion project of mine, and it's been so nice to do it. I've met so many cool and interesting people through it, and I just want to keep meeting new artists through it, but also just keep sharing those artists with you. So I definitely want to keep doing my interviews and do one interview a month at least. And yeah, that's basically my future in 2021. I predict it'll be a successful future. Regardless of the chaos of the world, I will try to keep a positive outlook and everything, and just keep creating opportunities for myself. If you can take anything out of this video, is just to try and always look for the good things in all of the quote-unquote bad things that happen to us, not only as individuals but as humanity. And I'm sure we'll be able to see a lot of very interesting things coming from this pandemic and just this whole mess that has been going on. I think it's woken a lot of us up to a lot of issues that we hadn't thought about before, and I don't want to get political or philosophical, so I am gonna end this video here. I hope that you enjoyed the drawing. I know it's a simple one, it's not a masterpiece, but it's just fun enough for me to look at it on my desktop screen and my phone screen every day for 2021, so I never forget what my hopes and dreams are. And yeah, I'll be seeing you for the next one, guys. Have a good one.